Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, March 13th.
Flagler County is, and of course the municipalities here, always support maintaining integrity of home rule power.
The battle over vacation rentals is still brewing in Florida and is still a concern for many in Flagler County. Amy Cherry takes a closer look.
New regulatory proposals in the state legislature seek to lift occupancy limits on vacation rentals, paving the way for so-called party houses, and reduce registration fees counties and cities can charge on those rentals. A third measure would give local governments more authority over parking and noise issues, but specifies vacation rentals can't be treated any differently than private homes. Flagler County Commissioner Leanne Pennington, who represents District 4, weighed in on these measures.
The state needs to ensure that counties and cities can implement solutions that are local problems. We do not need to have the state really addressing those for us on our behalf. So we greatly oppose any effort for them to prevent us from making any fiscal and publicly policy decisions. We need to represent our citizens on a local issue, and it becomes more and more difficult every year when they take more of our power from us.
Pennington and other commissioners will be in Tallahassee this week lobbying for legislative priorities and against measures that take away local control.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
A motorcyclist is killed and another critically hurt in separate crashes Friday during Bike Week in Flagler County. The first happened Friday on State Road 100 in Palm Coast around 2 p.m. Police say an 18-year-old behind the wheel of an SUV that was turning left onto Bulldog Drive failed to yield the right-of-way and pulled out in front of the motorcyclist, striking them. The 68-year-old motorcyclist from Tennessee was wearing a helmet but suffered severe injuries in the crash. The motorcyclist was taken by chopper to Halifax Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. The second crash happened at 6:30 p.m. Friday on US 1 near Grand Reserve. There, witnesses tell police a motorcyclist lost control in bad weather and careened onto the sidewalk. The motorcyclist was not wearing a helmet and was taken by ambulance to Halifax Hospital. Bike Week concluded yesterday. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Another suspected drug home is shut down in Palm Coast.
Recently, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office Special Investigations Unit and SWAT team served a narcotics-related search warrant at 129 Westchester Lane in Palm Coast. This warrant stemmed from a previous undercover operation conducted by SIU. More from Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
This drug trafficker, even though he's gone to prison, has not learned his lesson yet. That trafficking narcotics in Flagler County, he will get arrested and sent to prison. So we paid him a wake-up call using flashbangs and opportunities to smash his windows before he could destroy any evidence in the bathroom.
Sheriff Staley adds, since this criminal doesn't want to change his life, we're going to force him to change it in prison. If you are a drug dealer in Flagler County, Sheriff Staley says, look over your shoulder and keep your eyes open because we're coming for your house and your drug business next. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
The mayor of Palm Coast announces a new initiative that aims to get city residents involved in planning for the future.
Mayor David Alphin describes the Share with the Mayor initiative.
The initiative is a direct response to our community's desire to engage more fully and more regularly with government. I personally don't believe the mayor's job and responsibilities reside solely in an office in City Hall. I believe a mayor's job and function should be out in the public, listening and talking to all of the folks that make up our wonderful community.
There are multiple ways to participate.
Go on the website or call my office and schedule a date. And the only request I have is that each meeting, each share, would have an agenda of up to 3 items, which is defined by the resident or groups of residents, so that I can come as prepared as possible to talk about those specific topics, narrow and deep, in order to let our residents know that we understand, and here's the information to bring you up to date, and then we can chat about how shall we move these projects, problems forward.
Visit palmcoast.gov to learn more. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
If you've never heard of InvisiCook, you still won't hear about it until tomorrow.
Today, you'll meet Curtis Celebos.
My parents came here when I was very young. My father came here first from South America, legally, back in the 60s, and worked for a couple of years and then made enough money to bring my mother and myself over.
Celebos said that his father was a factory worker, his mother was a licensed practical nurse, but the family didn't have a lot. He said that when he and his wife and their children moved to Palm Coast some 24 years ago, this became home.
We're making a decent life for ourselves. We've built our business here, and we're going to continue leaving it here.
Celebos said they want InvisiCook to be here no matter where they might go. You can listen to the Business Report on WNZF Saturday mornings at 10 and anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, what is InvisiCook? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
Only one game in town Friday night, a crosstown showdown at FPC. Connor May had an RBI double. Braden Stewart allowed one run through four for the Bulldogs when play was suspended due to rain. FPC leads 6-1 in the fourth. That game will resume Wednesday. Track and field Saturday, FPC hosted the North-South Florida Challenge. The Bulldogs 4x800 team posted the fastest time in the state of Florida this season, winning in just 7 minutes and 55 seconds. Other individual winners for FPC, Haley McClear in the pole vault, Maya Tyson in the shot put, Isaiah Joseph in the 110 hurdles. No games today, but we have an inter-county softball matchup at FPC Tuesday. Bulldogs softball hosts Matanzas at 7. Pirate coach Sabrina Manhart says winning on the road starts at home.
Our girls just really give it their all every time that they go out to play, and we really work hard at practice and trying to instill confidence in them so that when they go out, they protect our ship at home and give us everything that they've got so that when we go on the road, it's a little bit easier battle as well.
Also Tuesday, Matanzas tennis is at Father Lopez. Pirate girls lacrosse is at Sandalwood. Wednesday, the schools match up again, this time in boys lacrosse. FPC hosts Matanzas at 6. The 2023 Pirate season started long ago, according to Coach Adam Fries.
10 months ago, we stepped off the field a 3-9 team, and those guys just went right back to work. They really, on their own and with me by their side, put in 10 months of work. They went through conditioning in January, and they were the ones driving it, hungry to get back out there. So these guys are ready to take that next step. Now we just got to do it.
Boys weightlifting is at Menendez Wednesday as well. Pirate guard Carl Knighton was selected to the all-area basketball team by the Daytona Beach News Journal. Friday night, FPC and Matanzas baseball meet at the Ship. WNZF will be there as well. Join Rich Carroll and I for a special streaming presentation on Flagler Radio's YouTube channel. Coverage begins just before 7. We have local sports updates Mondays and Fridays. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.